I did what I said I came to do, knock him out, and I will keep on knocking everybody out in my way.
Tariq Cookie Osaro!
Don't blink, there's more cookies for everybody. I fought in a venue where I was participating as a fan in 2019, watching Rico against Badr.
Crazy.
Now I had the chance to fight. I lost. I must put in the work and make the best out of this.
Just do your best. In any circumstance in your life, it doesn't matter if you are sick or tired. If you always do your best, there is no way you can judge yourself. And if you don't judge yourself, there is no way you're going to suffer from guilt, blame, and self-punishment. By always doing your best, you will break a big spell that you have been under. Tariq, this is the book, The 4 Agreements. We always start off the Success Show by gifting a book to our dear guests. And in this case, it's a book that touches on 4 principles in life that have to do with mastering your self-beliefs. Mm-hmm. Of course, it's a fighting game. You're big, you're strong, but a lot of what happens in the ring happens here. And I've had the honor to work with a lot of fighters, and I know that. And also your previous podcast, you talked a lot about the mental aspect as well.
Yes.
Which makes you a special fighter also in my eyes. So this is going to be a book for you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
It's a pleasure. Thank you for being here.
Crazy. It's a nice part of the book.
You're going to like it. You're going to like it. Before you talk about this, how are you doing?
I'm okay. I'm all right. I had some time off, took my rest, chilled a bit, traveled a bit. Some days I went away for some days, spent more time with the family, gave the family more attention. Yeah, I'm relaxed, man.
Because now you're relaxed, but before that you were in a big preparation.
Yeah.
Could you tell us more about how that busy period was?
Yeah, well, we started the year off with the announcement of the last heavyweight standing at Glory. And the concept was crazy, man. 32 heavyweights. And all participating on one event, 16 fights. A long-ass day. It was crazy. So yeah, that was Camp 1. We started in January with preparations, and the first stop was the 5th of April. And yeah, if you were one of the winners on the 5th of April, you were in the second round of the last heavyweight standing. And your next fight will be on the 14th of June.
Yeah.
And that was a 4-man tournament. So yeah, I fought the 5th. So I started camp at the end of January, the 5th of April. Then I took some days off, and I think I was back in the gym the 10th, the 11th of April. Yeah, getting prepared for June. So there was no time to relax, or there was for some days. But it was just tunnel vision. The goal was to get back after the setback in 2023 ending against Rico, and then begin 24 against Bahram. So, and a hard fight against Nico Horta. So for me, this year was okay. This year I'm gonna get myself together and show everybody again what I'm capable of. And I think I've shown them. And like you said in the beginning, it all had to do with the mental part. I used to tell my friend, everything in life is mentality. It's not, I can't, it's heavy. It's the mentality you have. And if you are strong enough in your head, everything is possible, I think. So,
for sure. And you also see now in the fighting game that I think there's almost like a taboo on speaking about like the mental aspects. Of course, the hard work mentality is being pushed, which of course you need, especially in heavyweights. Like you're going to need to be able to punch hard, you need to take the punches. But all the other work, the talking to people, like self-limiting beliefs, I think that's so important, especially on a level where there's so much pressure, so many expectations, not just you, but every fighter, like they deal with that.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, the exposure you get is on a crazy level. Like when you start as a pro fighter in Holland, it's more, how do you say it? The people know you. The ones who are invested in the sport, they know you as a fighter. They know who you are. In my case, Cookie, you train at Mike's gym, and you're a big guy, and then when you start to perform on a higher level and you're doing great things, that's when you become also known by the average people. So, and that's when you get the exposure. Like you're going from just the people who like the sport, who know you, and now you're at a gas station and someone taps you, hey, you're that fighter from Glory. Yeah, man. So it's a lot. And then with that exposure comes even more pressure because you have to deliver. And especially in my case, when it started to blow up, I won all my fights on knockout. So the expectation was to win everything after that on knockout as well.
And even if you win with points, you did bad. Like there wasn't enough.
He didn't deliver because you're known for knockouts, and if it's on points, it's he did this, or you see he's not that guy. Okay, no problem. But it's hard. Like the sport is hard. We have to be hard, but it's also hard to deal with such an exposure at such a level when it comes unexpected. When you're doing what you always did, but now it's lights, camera, action, adding to what you're doing. So was crazy. And in the beginning, I was like, okay, no problem. I can handle this. Just stay true to myself, be myself, always talk from a perspective that it's mine and I got this. But in the end, when you lose a big fight or you don't deliver, you start getting so much negative reactions, so much negative messages, people saying shit about you, people saying, you have to do this or do that, why are you doing that? And that's when your mind blows up. You're like, what am I doing? Am I doing this right? Do I have to change coach? Do I have to change my strength coach? Do I have to do this? Do I have to go more running? Do I have to stop?
And everyone is an analyst suddenly as well. People around you, people in the comments, people that have just watched the fight twice.
Yeah. And that's crazy. And we can all act tough and say, nah, it's nothing, man. It's part of the job. It is part of the job. But it's, to be honest, sorry for my language, it's fucked up because you have people in the comment sections holding a beer with a big belly, eating chips or fries, and they are talking about me. I ain't doing nothing. I am this. I am bad. I don't belong in Glory. Bro, you're not even the half of me, and you can't even do 2% of what I am doing on daily basis to even get where I am now. So why hate on me? Why hate on someone who is doing his best to become something good and to encourage others to also do good in life? It's crazy. And I was struggling. And after the big fight with Rico, I lost again in the Grand Prix against Bahram. And then you get even more, it doubles up. And at a certain time, I was like, okay, I'm going to take a good long rest from kickboxing. I'm going to reset myself. Spoken to some trainers, spoken to my own trainer, some other people I know, and a good friend recommended me to try out therapy because he said, there's a fire in you, but it seems like you don't know how to let it up. So maybe this person can help you and help you get back into yourself, and maybe then we'll see a leveled up Cookie. And I was like, why not? Let's try it. I think it's not bad to check on your own mental health. And I started going into therapy, talking about myself, talking about my past, talking about what the sport has done for me, the good and bad things. And I think now we're all witnessing what it does when you train everything. So the body, the mind, and when that connects, it's crazy. I can explain and tell everyone what I feel, how it feels, and what it does. It's crazy when your mind's on the right place and your body also, or your body's even getting better day by day, and your mind is also going up day by day. It's maybe one of the best feelings.
It almost feels like you reinvented yourself.
I don't want to call it reinvent. I mostly tell my therapist I come through monthly updates. I am like a iOS server, and I need my monthly updates. So it's not reinvent. It's just updating myself, my lifestyle, the way I think, the way I handle, the way I approach people. Not a reinvent. It's just update because
It was always the fire was always there. You just had to.
the fire has been always there. I just had to get some information from someone I don't know,
Yeah.
and someone I can accept it from. And he said so many things, and I was like, maybe I have to do it that way, or maybe I have to leave that alone. So it did, and it still does a lot for me. And I would love to recommend not only fighters, everybody, also the normal people. They don't have to do it weekly or monthly. Just do a checkup once, twice a year.
Yeah.
Talk to someone, share your thoughts, share your emotions, share everything you think that is needed to be shared with someone who you don't know and who don't judge you by whatever you do or say. It's good. It's for me, I think the key to my new success this year.
Nice, man. And of course, a lot of things that happen now were shaped in the past. We have a presentation actually with some photos from the past. So we'll have a look. When we look at this young guy, who do we see here? What were you like back then?
I was, I think, 12 years here, 13, not 12. I was living in a foster home here, and this was, don't know the name again in English, but I think college.
Yeah.
College. Yeah, I was 12, 13. And this is where the name Cookie came from. This picture is this is where it all started. Young boy, I was playing soccer at the time, and young, wild, a bit free, crazy. I've seen this picture a lot, but to see it again, it's crazy. That's 18 years ago.
But back then, you already had to face a lot of adversity, I feel like.
Yeah,
from a young age.
Yeah. I was, like I said, 11 or I think 12, because this is the start of the year. And like I said, I was living in a foster home, so I wasn't living with my mother for like 2 years back then. And I think at this moment, I accepted that for me, going back to my mother wasn't anymore going to happen back then in that time. So I was content with the situation, and I knew, okay, the years coming, I will still be living in a foster home. But that was me just.
But you remained optimistic. Also in this photo, we see a smile. Like
Always.
you accepted the situation, and you also knew you're gonna do whatever it takes to make the most out of it. I feel like.
Yeah, that's always. I'm a very optimistic person. Like, I always see the good in things. I always like if for example, if I have to drive an hour, I'll think, okay, I can do it in 50 minutes. Sometimes impossible, but in my head, I think, 50 minutes, let's try it. So I'm always positive. It's easy to stay sad. I was sad for a very long time in this before this picture. But then, at the time, you have to make it a good one and enjoy for as long as it can. So for me, it was, I knew, okay, I'm going to live here for some years. Let's make the best out of it. I had friends. I played football. I went to school. I was just trying to live a normal life. Only the difference was my friends were going back home to their parents, and I was going back home to the foster home. Yeah. At times it was difficult because sometimes if you come at your friend's place, you see the love they get from their father, the mother, and you'll be like, yeah, okay. I do get love in a way, but not in the way you would wish you would get it back then. But to be honest, I had a good time. I can't deny. But wasn't always like that. But for the situation I was in, I can't complain because it shaped me to the person who I am now.
For sure.
This also helps me with my monthly updates when I go to therapy. So I'm thankful for this part of my life, how hard it was.
You also see how far you came. Like for people just see like the glory belt and you fight, but you come from far.
I think everybody has a background story. I think most of the successful athletes we know all has a struggle background.
Yeah.
And I can't name a athlete who came from a golden spoon. I think everybody has a background. And it's funny, I always tell my strength trainer, if you want to become something in life, you have to be delusional. You have to create an image in your head that is crazy for people when you say it. But in a way, it works for you. And I think that's what I had when I was young. I wanted to become a football player, but I always wanted to become something. I always wanted to do something that my family would be proud of. I always wanted to be the first person in the family to do something on big things, big events. So I was always optimistic. That's me as a person.
You mentioned football. If you go a little further in time, we have a photo from still young Cookie. You're standing on the right, I believe.
Yeah.
Bigger than everyone else.
Everybody. Even bigger than my own coaches. Yeah.
Here you were playing soccer. What position were you playing at?
I was defender, center back.
So Van Dijk situation, and no one's passing.
Yeah. Also on the left center. Yeah. Crazy times. These were nice times, man. When we were young, I have one friend I still hang out with.
And that's beautiful.
Yeah. So mostly, there's another friend who was also playing in this team. I see or speak him on daily basis.
Wow.
And we always go back. I also have pictures with him. We always go back to this times. We were 15, 16, but we played on a certain level that the club arranged buses. So when we were going for away games,
that's big.
Yeah, bro. We were playing away games. We were going by bus, and then we would go to the supermarket, buy crazy things, drinks, chocolate. And those were like big road trips back then for us. Were nice times.
It's beautiful because I did taekwondo.
Yeah.
In 2008 I started. I did it for 16 years at a high level. So I have like a good everything you say. And for me, like of course those fights were amazing, and we fought across the globe. But then like the highlights were when we jumped in the bus to go to Belgium. And we stopped at at the McDonald's to like after the fights to like eat something. Those are so special moments. And those were always like stuck by you.
For us, the highlights were, of course, we had some matches where we did crazy things, but the highlights were the bus trips, man. or biking to training when it's cold, it's freezing outside, and we're biking. Or sometimes we'll be the last to leave the football club. Everybody is gone. It's dark. It's cold because we've been chilling inside, taking showers for ages. Those were the crazy times, man. And it was funny. We didn't even play on pro level. We played on a high level, but wasn't pro. But because we had those bus trips, we had nice prestation
feel
clothes.
a certain way, right?
Yeah, we really thought we were those guys. We were the boys.
But it's also like when I hear this, like I get reminded of the importance of at a young age. First of all, like doing sports is so important, but also being surrounded by boys your age and doing stuff together. Being going on football trips or doing like martial arts or anything, like those things will shape your future, your career, your business if you ever want to start them. People really neglect that. I think it's so important.
Yeah, agree. It's everything. And I think even team sports are the best way to shape most of the young people, both boys and girls.
Yeah.
I mean, looking at this picture, like I said, one friend, there's another friend. I didn't saw him because he's wearing another t-shirt. Those guys, I still talk to them. Some of the guys in the picture, if I see them, it's like we're back in the days. Hey, how are you doing? What are you doing now? So it's good. It's worthy. This were crazy days. Yeah, this was the first year at this club. I played there for 3 years with the other friend that's not on the picture. Yeah, we left so much. It was golden times, man.
Were you at the time, were you also thinking I want to become a professional athlete in football, or like were you thinking about that, or was it just?
Of course, every boy in the Netherlands who plays football hopes, thinks, wishes he gets the chance to become a pro football player. I had it too. I did everything for football. I even went to tryouts for other clubs. Like football was life, man. I was a big fan of Ronaldinho, so I used to watch his highlights. I used to watch his freestyle movies. I would try them at training myself. Was a defender, but I was a big fan of Ronaldinho. So of course, most of the boys who play football in the Netherlands, when they start, they think they're becoming the best footballer of the Netherlands.
It's sick because now we're talking about like children this age, 16, 17, and I think a lot of people don't know. People just see you as a professional fighter, but you've also worked with young adults.
Yeah.
And I think because you've had such a big background and you know what works, what doesn't work, you've seen every side of the coin.
Yeah.
To bring it like that. I think there's so much you can give to these kids and young adults to say, because maybe you can talk a little bit about that, people that don't know.
I am living proof. I always tell them, I feel you. If they are complaining or there's something they don't like or there's something going on and we're talking and they're like, yeah, this is fucked up, this. I'm like, I feel you. Been there, done that. And I always tell them, when they give me like props or they congratulate me for fights, I always tell them, if I can do it and I'm helping you now, you can do better than I did. And they're like, nah, you're already there. Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, I'm older, much older than you are. So like I said, if I can do it, you can do it better.
Because people that don't know, like, what is your role exactly when you're with these young adults? What do you do exactly?
I also work at foster homes with young adults and youths. I work one-on-one with young adults. We have a box project out of the box. So we use boxing to encourage them and give them a push we call it out of the box because most of those people aren't part of the society, so they're out of the box, and we give them a push to get back in the box. We're not saying you have to be in the box, because some of the people call the box matrix, but we're helping them to also be human and to also be
Find their place.
appreciated for what they can do for us or for themselves. So yeah, that's why out of the box. That's what I do. I support some of the youths one-on-one. I still speak some of the ones I have helped back in the days, who are doing well now. Some of them had a little fallback. It's funny. I had some of the youths coming to out of the box, living in the same foster homes as me, and then we'll be talking, and then we'll be like, "Yeah, I live there." Oh, crazy! I live there too. No way. How do you mean no way? No way you live there. Look at you. You're giving us classes. You're on TV. You're big. No way. Why not? Then again, if I can do it, you can do it better. We've been in the same place. You've been there. I've been there. I know the road is very bumpy, but everything is possible, and just work for it. If I can do it again, you can do it better. So it's funny, also on the foster homes I work now, they'd be like, "Oh, you're Cookie, and you're on TV, and you're big." Like, yeah, do you know I also used to live in houses like this? No way. Yeah. No, it's crazy. Why is it crazy? You're normal. What makes me different? You're normal too. No, I live here. Life's shit. Life's not shit. Yes, I agree. It's not nice living with your parents. I feel what you feel, but you're not shit. Just make the best out of it.
But I think also for these youths, because I've had the privilege to work also with people in foster homes and people that were, to say, rejected by society. They couldn't find a place, and they ended up being in a depression for a long time, where they like completely isolated themselves from society. And like they have to see that it's possible. And I think the second, and especially for you, like you're living proof, when they see that someone like you came from the same exact room, and from there on you made these steps, and it wasn't overnight. It spent 10, 15, 20 years from that point to get where you are now, and you are not there where you want to be yet. The journey still continues. And them seeing that, I think it can trigger something where they're like, oh, like it is possible, or at least something is possible. But you have to put your head down. They're gonna have to do the work at the end of the day. But you can, guide them and give them some advice along the way. And I think that's beautiful also that you do that, because you could do a lot of other things, but you still, I think, draw a lot of fulfillment from that.
And I love working and being around with people and encouraging people. I have brothers, I have a sister. I do the same with them. I've been there, done that. Times are different now. I mean, when I was their age, we had different things to do and different phones, for example. So different times, but I always try to tell also the youths I help, you guys are living in a time, anything is possible. I mean, we even have AI telling us what to do. You can become what you want. I work on a foster home. There's a guy, I have so much respect. He only sees 3%, and he runs a drop shipping business, and he's successful for what he can do within his limits. It's crazy. And then we have some people on the street. There's no job. I can't work, but they have everything: 2 legs, 2 eyes, 2 hands. And then there's a guy, he only sees 3%. That's basically blind. He's running a dropship company. It's crazy. So the youth now have so much resources they can use. And that's what I'm repeating every day. Make use of your network. Explore. Go and live. Go to crazy places if you want to make a crazy trip. go. The experience you're going to gain is bigger than the situation where you're in now. Enjoy life.
And I think like what you're referring to is just being open-minded.
Yeah, of course.
But also I like with you, like you feel like someone that's really relaxed, you can talk to everyone. But that's also a skill you probably had to master over the time.
Yeah, to be honest, when I was younger, I didn't like talking to people. Yeah, of course, the people I know and my family, but I wasn't always open for communication. And it's indeed something I have learned the last years, that socializing is very important. Get to know people, find things that are interesting in what someone else is doing. And I always say you have to be a friend of everybody. I mean, you have to know a doctor, but you also have to know the trash man. You have to know a criminal. You have to know a dentist. You have to know a lawyer.
A big repertoire of people is always going to become useful.
One day,
Yeah.
I can be here now and maybe you say, I need a bag of weed. Okay, wait, let me call her. You have to know everybody. That doesn't mean you have to be a friend of everybody, but you have to at least have a network that can bring maybe net worth, or that can help you in other things in life. So yeah, I have learned to socialize over the years because it brings a lot and it still brings more in my daily base. So yeah, that was also an update of my system the last few years.
It's nice.
Socializing, yeah.
And I can also like adhere to that because for us, like the podcast, we started always with like, I just like talking to people. I'm always interested in their stories.
Yeah.
I've had the privilege to like make documentaries for fighters and whatnot. But then without the intention of ever like wanting to like make money out of the podcast, we've had so many beautiful partnerships just come from conversations we had with someone, and then their sponsor was watching and they contact us.
Yes.
Like just being like a little bit everywhere, talking to everyone, being open to talking. And just like, you know, like being welcoming, and when someone wants something, you help them. Like, I think that's something you do as well with these kids. Like, it's beautiful how you do this, but also like, on a bigger scale. I think when you're open to these things, and also I don't know how spiritual you are, but I feel like you are in a way. Like the universe will, you know, make things in a way that they'll come to you. Law of attraction, it's big,
very big. If you do believe in the law of attraction, it's such a big thing. And like I said, like yesterday I was with one boy I help, and he wants to become a rapper. Nice. And then we went to a studio, and there I socialized again. There was a guy he said, mostly when I'm at work, I don't like to use my cookie card. Like I'm a professional fighter. I like to stay just Tariq and be normal. And so socialize like I'm just a normal person. Yeah, I am a normal person, but when I'm at work, I'm not the guy most of the people know. So there was a guy, he was like, you look familiar. I'm like, yeah, I don't know, man. Where do you know me from? And he was like, yeah, where do you live? Yeah, I come from Amersfoort. Yeah. I've lived in Barn. There's a town close to Amersfoort. And he was like, yeah, you really look familiar. I said, I don't know, man. I know some people from your town, but don't know why you know me. He's like, yeah, maybe later I will know why I know you. I'm like, okay, yeah. And another guy, he asked me, yeah, what do you do for a living? Yeah, I work with youth, man. This is what I do on a daily basis. I like helping them, and I love my job. And what do you do? Yeah, I work there. And oh, you work for that company? Oh, crazy. Do you know them? Yeah, I know some guys. And that's crazy. I know someone he knows, and it comes in a way back that maybe he will be useful for me. And then the other guy's like, yeah, what do you do for a living? Yeah, I work with youth. Okay, nice. And then the boy, he was looking at me like, bro.
Tell them.
Why are you not telling them? And I told him in the car later, I don't need, I'm not here for myself. I'm just here for you. And this is your moment of shine. Take it, man. The floor is yours. And I'm just into socializing with the people that are taping you. That's it, man. And
but I think also it's a break, right? From this whole media character that you have to put on. When you're there and you're just you, and people won't be like, oh my God, bro, that's Tariq. Like it's just going to be like, oh, like, you're going to be treated in a very different way. And I think,
I had it so many times that I would come somewhere and just be me and not even mention about fighting, and then later on I'll see the person I met and then, you sucker, why you didn't tell me you're doing kickboxing? Why should I? We had a good conversation. You like me, I like you. That's what counts. What I do for a living, what would you do when you heard I was the biggest drugs criminal? Would it change your mind? No, actually not. Okay, then you know me, I know you. We had a good meetup. Let's keep it that way. What I do for a living is not, it's part of my life, but it's not the most important thing. It is who I am and what I'm capable of when I'm talking to you, and not what I do for a living. Yeah. Also, the youth, sometimes they say, you're so big and everybody knows you. I said, we're not different. The only difference we have is I show myself sometimes on the television and what I can do. That's it. We're both human. I bleed, you bleed. I pee, you pee. I poo, you poo. So what makes me better than you?
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, you're right. So that's my approach every time. I'm just being me. And if you know it, you know. If you don't know, more better. Perfect.
Let's go a little further in time. If we go through the presentation, we're here on almost an undercard of a Next Generation Warriors event.
2019?
2019 indeed, in March.
Yeah, crazy. I went on training camp to Thailand that year.
Okay, how was that?
It was my first time going to Thailand.
Okay.
Crazy. It was a very nice experience, man. I really love Thailand. It's peaceful. The people are kind. The food is good. The weather is good. The way of training is nice. Yeah, I had a good time. That was before this fight. I'm trying to remember who I fought on this card. Oh yeah, it's Oliveira. Crazy, 2019, 6 years ago.
And you started with kickboxing around 10 years ago, right?
Yeah, 2015.
Which is quite a short time span for someone that made it so far.
This was my second pro match.
Yeah.
Am I saying it right? 15.
I think you had one fight 2018 as well that I saw against the Georgian guy.
This was my second pro fight. 3 years after starting kickboxing.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And then you rose the ranks, you continued fighting from there are still videos from these events where you're in a small room, in a boxing ring, it's super small. You see you have those chairs that you have to fold. Everyone's sitting there. One side there's no one.
Yeah.
Of course, we're still ref and everything, but compared to Glory, it's such a big difference. But when you realize that this is just 4 or 5 years ago, the steps that you've made in such a short time span.
It's
like
crazy.
a time machine.
It's crazy, and it shows how time flies, man. This is 6 years ago.
Yeah.
Errol Koning is also on the card, and he stopped for some time, and he's now back in Glory.
Yeah.
Imagine. And he was already a legit pro at that time. Yeah, Van Dam's. It's crazy. Time flies, man.
Do you miss the old days fighting like this? I mean, I think back then there was less pressure, less media. You said in an interview as well that you feel like with Glory you're almost like a content creator now. When you have to sell big fights, you have to do more things than just the fight. It doesn't just end there.
That's the difference. You have to do more. You have to build up a fight more. You have to show yourself more. That's the only difference. But when it comes to pressure, I think the pressure was back then even more. Because I just started with kickboxing and I was very scared of losing a fight. I was really scared of losing fights. So every time I went to the ring, I was like, I don't want to lose. I'm not losing. I'm not going to lose. So the the pressure is even more or less than it was back then. The only big difference I do miss from those days is I was not a big fighter, so I would come in like around 5, fight around 7, 8, 8:30. I'm in the car back home.
Job done.
Fight, get my money, see you another time. And yeah, now the glory days are long, man. You check in at 4 or 5, have a ring check, doctor check, then wrap up, warm up, and then fight. And when you have a tournament, you fight, then you have to wait, fight again. After the fight, doctor check. Some cases, you have to do your dope check. And then if you can't pee, you'll be there sitting hours. I know my first time I had to pee, and it was my first experience with the check. I sat like 1.5 hours for my first pee session, and it wasn't enough. And I was like, oh,
Here we go again.
we have to go again. I remember when I fought, was it Plazi or the 4-man tournament? One of those 2 events, I left the venue at 2:00. It was crazy. There was one fan with his father waiting outside.
2 a.m, you're saying?
Yeah, 2 a.m. 2 a.m. There was a fan waiting with his father to take a picture.
No way.
And I was like, wow, you're a diehard. It was crazy. So yeah, that's the only thing I miss from fighting back in the days.
Because at some point you also did it was like a run-up fight to get to 1, I think, right? I think we have a picture of that as well.
Yeah, the 4-man tournament. Yeah.
Well, what was this like? Because now, like, you start rising the ranks. Like, of course, the 1 contract is very valuable, and this time you just stopped with football. You started doing this professionally. You're training, so I think you're putting everything on the line. Also, now you have a trainer in your corner. Everything is a bit different, I feel like, and like, you get more structure in your days.
Yeah.
And you also won. What was that like? The preparation, but also what happened after? Because you ended up not going to 1.
To be honest, very honest, I was on holidays 2 weeks before this tournament. And I think someone 2 or 3 weeks before. Not 3 weeks. Anyways, I think someone fell off, someone was injured. And then my coach Mike called me, you can fight in a couple of weeks. I was like, back then, like every fight I could take, I took, because we were coming from COVID in 2021.
Yeah.
And I started fighting again my last fight was 2019, and my first kickbox match was again in 2021. No, I fought in 2020 as well against Terpstra. And then 2021 was the first one after that. And from that moment, like every fight Mike offered, my answer was yes. Because I was like, we don't know if COVID is coming back or not. So every opportunity to fight, I must take it. And like before this fight, I had 5 fights in like, what is it, 4 months? So I was
really active.
Very active. I had the first in 2021 in July, and like a week and a half after my first fight that year, I had the second fight. So I was on go mode.
A streak.
Yeah, and then after a while, I took some holiday, and Mike called me. He was like, you can fight in a couple of weeks. Yes, let's go, no problem. Tournament, yeah, okay. We'll see what happened. Road to 1. Wow, that's nice. If you win this, you get to the next stage. If you win that stage, the next one, and then after that, they will offer you a contract. I was like, okay, let's go. The goal was, when I started, always glory, but if it's true 1, I don't mind. And I won. And I was like, yeah, it's about to go down. Now we're getting closer to
Yeah.
becoming a bigger fighter and taking it more serious on every aspect. And I think a week after winning this, Mike called me and he said, I have good news. No, he said, I have good and I have bad news. Then I said, what's the bad news? He said, you have to pick out of two options. Then I was like, that's not bad news. That's something good. And he was like, I have a Glory contract and you have one, road to one. And I was like, yeah, okay. Okay, now you're talking. And the choice was very easy to make. I said, I'm going for Glory. And he was like, are you sure? And at that moment, I was in a little doubt. I was like, oh yeah, am I sure I want to go to Glory? And I'm like, yeah, why not? At that time, Glory was doing events more in Holland. And I was like, I need to create a fan base here. And the chance in getting an actual contract at one.
You still have to get there.
And at the time I had a Glory contract, I only needed to sign. And I was like, yeah, I'm signing this. Let's go. Oh, again, let's go. And I'm stepping into Glory. And then afterwards, this concept stopped. So I made the best choice, signing for Glory.
And then you went to those Glory fights. How were those early fights that you had in Glory? Because then it's like a new stage. There's like more, like everything is different compared to the previous fights you had, I believe.
I had my first Glory event that was a studio event. So I didn't get the full Glory experience like you usually get.
Yeah.
So it still looked like the way it always used to go. Come, picture, weigh in, have a nice day, see you tomorrow. And my real Glory experience was the same year against Levi at Collision 4. And that's when I lost that fight. And that's also when I said to myself, okay, this shit is getting serious now. I fought in a venue where I was participating as a fan in 2019, watching Rico against Badr.
Crazy.
Now I had the chance to fight. I lost. I must put in the work and make the best out of this. And after the fight with Levi, I fought a collaboration from Glory and Fusion Rifles. I won that one on knockout. And after that, 2 years ago, I went into 2023 and I was like, okay, this year I'm gonna take a risk. I'm gonna work way less than I used to. And I'm going to put in the work and focus on fighting. And that's when...
Because is that when you only started doing like 2 training sessions a week, a day?
I used to do at times 2 sessions a day, but I also there was a time I worked the whole month, and the only day I took off was the day I had to fight.
Ooh, okay. So your head is also constantly like all over the place, right?
My head was everywhere, but at that moment on the right place. So I took off on that day just to fight, and the next day I was back working again. And that year I was like, okay, I'm gonna focus more on training and fighting and see what it brings. And that's when everything went sky high.
The momentum, you picked it up, right?
Yeah.
And now you're in the middle of it, because I don't think people talk about it enough, but the last heavyweight standing, just the concept itself, starting with 32 killers, like everyone in that bracket is sick.
Yeah.
Everyone can knock each other out. I mean, with the heavyweight speaks for itself.
Yeah.
You like, even with a lack of technique if the punch connects, like you're flatlined, and now you're there and you're making a name for yourself, especially in that bracket, because you're a problem.
I am. I am at this moment the biggest problem. I said it the day before we started in April. If you win this, you are the baddest and the craziest fighter on planet Earth, and maybe in the universum. It's crazy. 32 heavy-handed fighters, monsters, facing each other, and there's only one who can be the last heavyweight standing. It's crazy. And I speak for myself. I had the best start. I won every fight on knockout. I only had just altogether 7 minutes of fighting time in the ring. There's a bonus concept. I've earned every bonus I could get. So yes, I am a problem in this tournament.
Nice, man. And now you're prepping for your big fight in December, if I said correctly.
Yes, for the final.
Yeah.
The 8-man tournament. Yeah, the only sad thing about this prep is, we have to wait 6 months. And
it's a long prep.
I wish, maybe it still will happen, but I wish they would have given me a fight in between just to stay in shape and then fight in December. But for now, it's okay. We have enough time to adjust, enough time to work on things. We have enough time to build stamina, enough time to build power. And I think one of the most important things, we have plenty of time to sharpen the tools. I mean, I always say I have a left and I have a right. Those are my bombs. If I show them what I've shown, no one wants to stay in the fight. If I just need one shot, and if it lands, there's a small chance you stand up and win the fight. So yeah, there are a lot of profits in such a long prep, but
it's sick, man. It will be sick to see where you started, like being on like a small card like that, like 6 years ago, and now being like the baddest man in the world, as you said.
At this moment, I am one of the baddest. And in December, I have to show them I am the baddest. But for now, let's stay humble. I am one of the baddest. And I did said right now, for now, I am the baddest with 3 knockouts. But yeah, we still have 4 people left to enter the 8-man tournament. And then again, I have to show them I am a problem. And I am the baddest. And I am the last heavyweight standing.
When doing my homework, I came across a clip where you were doing some sparring with Cyril Gane.
Yes.
Of course, our French, maybe soon to be champion. I'm French, so of course I have a light favor to him.
Me too.
And it was just sick because I also heard his coach, Fernand Lopez, if I say it correctly, was like, yeah, this guy, man, Tariq, he's so special. Like, when he stands there, it's like a rhino. Like, when it stands still, you're not really scared. But when he starts rushing you, you don't know what's going to happen. Yeah. And then you see Cyril Gane as well. At the end of the training, like fully sweating. He's like, bro, like, this training is crazy because this guy, man, the punches, like, they connect. Like, it was so crazy to hear from that level. This guy is fighting for the UFC belt in not too long. And, like, I mean, you felt his power and you're there and, like, like, that's cool. That's special. When I see that, I'm like, damn.
Yeah. Like the way you're telling it now makes me realize I did that. It's crazy shit. I've trained multiple times. Like we had 2-day sparrings, like a spar on Saturday and then again on Sunday, 4 or 5 weeks. And his way of approach, I think that's why I don't talk about it too much. He really approached me like a friend. like the way he texts me, the way we are before and after training. We went out eating. It's just like a friend. I don't even know him, but the way he approached me is. So I think that makes the fact that it was normal, but I know there was a weekend I took 2 friends with me and they were like, wow, crazy Cyril Khan. Wow. And one friend was like, hey, he really likes you. I said, yeah, everybody likes me. I'm a likable guy. I mean, I don't say bad words. I do no harm. So, and he is also a very likable guy, very calm, relaxed, likes joking, like me, bit goofy. Yeah, I think when you have such a chill vibe, it's normal, like I said, but it's crazy. And very thankful for those moments I had with him. And I mean, till this day, we even still talk to each other and still have conversations. So it's nice to again have someone like that in your network, and maybe we can do something for each other in this prep and train again. I liked training. His coach liked it. He as well. So yeah, it was nice. It was very nice.
It's cool, man. I think also when doing our homework, like we also saw that besides soccer, besides kickboxing, you also did something else. I think it was in the off period.
There's even another big name. If I'm seeing the bridge you're creating towards the subject you're going now. There was at a time, this was last year also, in my own prep. Francis Ngannou, his coach, texted me. I know he once sent a friend of mine a video wishing me luck and wishing me to have fun. And there's where the connect started. And he texted me, yeah, we're in training camp for Francis PFL. And we would love to have you in our camp for 8 weeks. And I was like, crazy.
Well, that's the top of the top. Like
yeah, crazy. I was like, oh shit. But yeah, I had my own preps. I was like, yeah, I have to fight in like 4 weeks. I'm having my own camp, but maybe we can do some days of training, sparring, and if it works, then I can do what I can do in those 4 weeks, and maybe after my fight, I'll see how bad I'm injured, and we can continue. But yeah, in the conversations after my fight, it didn't happen. So yeah, I was close.
Yeah, but just the fact that they reached out. Like,
it's enough.
Like
that's network.
That says like everything that you have to know. That you are on such a stage, people see it.
Yeah.
And these are not just people that are fans. Like these are people that know what they're
Professionals,
doing.
Yeah.
They look at what you do, how you fight. They're like, okay, this is like a dangerous guy. We need him in the ring with him. Because we need to get him sharp.
Yeah.
Sharp when he steps into the octagon and he has to like smash someone's head on the canvas. They want you to get him in that zone.
Yeah.
Bro, that's special.
It's crazy. Yeah. But yeah, I had the privilege to train with big names. I mean, I've trained with Badr Hari, still do sometimes, Jamal Ben Sadiq. Plazibad is a legit name, Cyril Khan. I had Ernesto Host holding mitts for me when I trained by SB Gym, Melvin Manouf. It's a privilege to train with so many great athletes, so many great fighters, and also get like tips, tricks.
Probably inspires you as well, right? You see it was possible. Like they have carved the path, and like you see, like, oh, like they're doing what I'm doing. I'm at an earlier stage. They're doing this now. They're at a farther stage. I mean, their footsteps, and I can, of course, you're gonna make your own story, but yeah, you see the path. Like the tunnel vision is there.
Yeah, I've spoken to Badr a lot the last years, in the times that he trained at Mike's gym, and now again. Then we would discuss fights, the way I fight, things I have to change, way of thinking while in a fight. And I must say those were very good conversations. Like also his approach towards me is like so relaxed. Wow, we're talking about Badr Hari. if not the biggest,
Yeah,
one of the
legend.
biggest fighters, kickboxers we know in Holland. Like Joe Rogan talks about that guy, Mike Tyson talks about him. So he's big. But the way he approached me and the way we're talking, it's relaxed. Like I've been knowing him for years. So yeah, it's a big privilege to be surrounded by such big fighters, legends. My coach is also a legend. Yuri Mess, also for me a legend, needs to get more credit. So I'm thankful.
And to be the best, you have to be surrounded by the best. I think you're doing that. You're doing that in the right way.
Yeah, of course.
It's cool to see.
Yeah.
But to get back to the point that I was saying, there was a stage in your training career where, besides your kickboxing and soccer, you did something else.
Yes.
Can you tell us something about that? Because I like on your Instagram, it's nowhere to be seen. But if you
Not
dig
anymore.
well,
I removed it last year, I think. I was like, okay. There was one guy who triggered me to check my old posts. He liked literally every post. I saw some pictures coming. He went from new to old. So I saw some pictures and movies. I was like, oh, wait a minute. Let me scroll down myself.
this was before the media training.
Let's go. This goes away. This one. And then, yes, I came across my post where I posted that I won a BJJ tournament. I was like, am I going to leave this here? Nah, let me take this away because then people are going to say maybe you'll do MMA. And so, yes, I did BJJ for a year.
Don't be so humble. Like you did some competitions. Like
Come on, man. 2 competitions, I won both. I am not a legit BJJer. I did BJJ. I enjoyed it. I had fun. At times, I thought maybe MMA is something nice. So yeah, I have a bit takedown defense. I know a bit how to move on the ground. I know how to take down. I showed you just now. So yeah, I did BJJ.
those were some nasty slams.
Nothing special. Don't let this guy fool you. It was just an average BJJer, white belt, no stripes.
But it's nice. I think it's also just a love for the sport, right? Like you're interested in many different like aspects and
And
also the comfort zone, right? You're fighting so close. Like it's different. Like you have to activate your brain in a different way. Like it's not just you're doing like it's you probably enjoy it as well. Like you do something that you like doing.
I enjoyed everything except tapping, but tapping was part of the process. And for me, BJJ was very useful in many ways because you had to, when sparring, you had to think like 3-4 steps ahead of what you were going to do at the moment. And it's the same as kickboxing. And I gained a lot of mobility through BJJ, my hips, my legs. So it had a lot of things I took with me to kickboxing. And because of BJJ, I appreciated the ground fighters in the MMA because I knew a bit of what they were trying to do or what they were doing. So I was like, crazy, he's going for this. Oh,
Passing
crazy.
guard now, like you see what's happening.
So yeah, it brought a lot. And I'm, again, thankful for also those months doing BJJ. My 2 golden, I've won cup, never defended. I won an in-house tournament and I have a gold medal.
That's sick. Just like a nice side mission.
Yeah, crazy side quest and also winning. So yeah, it's nice. It's nice. Yeah, sometimes it's nice to tell people who do MMA or BJJ. Yeah, I did it as well. Yeah. Oh no. Yeah, really. Yeah. You moved. Oh, crazy. Wow. Why you don't do MMA? Hey, relax. I'm kickboxing now. Take it easy.
Nice, man.
So who knows? Maybe one day, maybe one day not.
Something that's also cool about you is that when you're fighting under the Nigerian flag.
Yes.
Can you tell something about the heritage and the story behind that and like the way you're so proud of that? Because we see it on your Instagram, the flag is everywhere. Like people like to see it. Do you have a fan base there? Do you talk to people there? Do they watch your fights?
I have some family members watching, friends of my parents watching. It's also nice. But I haven't done so much yet to create engagement in Nigeria. And
Have you been there?
Yeah, when I was very small. When I fought Plazibot, we had a connection with the Nigerian embassy.
Sick.
That was something big. And yeah, due to lack of communication, that faded away a bit. And I am now planning to go back and create links to gyms, trainers, and also do something for them there to get more engagement with the Nigerian fans. The love just came from the culture. I mean, my parents have both Nigerian roots, and there was at the time when I started kickboxing, I was thinking about, okay, who do I want to represent? And then when I just started kickboxing, I was into it like crazy. Google, YouTube, platforms, reading. And then I was like, yeah, we have so much Dutch champions. Do I want to be one of the Dutch champions? Yes, of course. But I like to do things different. I want to be different. I want to be crazy. I want to be everything but normal. So then I Googled Nigerian kickbox champion, and we had no one. And I know back then Joshua was also as Nigerian fighting, but he was fighting under the UK flag. Adesanya was fighting under the Australian flag. Kamaru Usman was fighting under the American flag. And I was like, nah, boys, come on, man. We need to represent Nigeria.
You have to carry it.
Yeah, and I was like, I am going to be the first Nigerian kickboxing champion. And yeah, while my journey was going on, I saw Adesanya changing flag. I saw Usman changing flag. And I was like, okay. Now we have at least 2 Nigerian fighters who are champion, but they do MMA. We have Anthony Joshua as Nigerian, fights for the UK flag. He does boxing.
Bro, you're the last one, man.
Yeah, and I was like, I need to become the first Nigerian kickboxing. Well, I did as interim, but I need to become Nigerian champion with a gold belt. And that's why I chose to fight for the Nigerian flag.
That's sick, man. I can't imagine, like, when you have that belt around your shoulder, you land on the airport, nice warm weather, you get out of the plane, you have the full military, like, people waiting there for you. And you just go into, like, the little villages there with the belt, you inspire the kids there.
That's the thing.
You'll get there, man. But you have to, like bring them in your journey, like, go there, talk to them. Like,
yeah, that's really
news channels
something.
there, bro. If you just reach out to them, they see the Nigerian flag, they're gonna have you on, man. Like,
the funny thing is, I have enough people in my family with the useful links to get on the right places. It's just a lack of preparation and a lack of communication.
In due time.
Yeah. But I will definitely, within 1 year, maybe go 2 times. I have to do something back for the people, for the culture, and I need their support, man. Because one thing about Nigerians, when we have people who are doing great things, we are big on supporting, and I need Nigerian fans more. So yeah, it's on the planning.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
Nice. And when we look at the future, of course, now the next fight, I know you like to focus on what's next, is the fight in December.
Yeah.
How's your prep looking for that? We talked about it briefly, but of course now, like, it's still in a long time.
Yeah.
Like, are you now still training like 2 times a day, or are you kind of delaying that? And are you like closer to the fight? You're gonna like fully prep for that?
I am building it up. Now we have some days we have 2 sessions, even some days 3. Some days I have 1. But if we're getting closer to actually fight camp, yeah, then we'll be probably already training like 2 days, 3 days. And then from there, we're going to filter everything we have did now and sharpen, repeat, and let the work do the magic on in December. We don't have a date yet. So yeah,
Nice, man.
there's the
And-
build up.
And if you look like if you zoom out, not just fighting, but like you as a man, of course, you're a father as well, which like was a big step in your life, I believe.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah.
What is that like? Like you there's a lot of responsibilities that you have now, I think.
Like I said, I used to do crazy things, being different, and now I have to take care of somebody. I used to take care of my brother and support in the family, but now you have something of your own. And I said some days ago, I told someone, you realize how worthy life is once you get a kid. That's when you think, oh, life is really beautiful. And it's crazy because it gives you also gas. You're like, I can do this. What am I going to tell him when he gets older? Yeah, I lost. No chance. So it gives extra gas. Sometimes in training, I'm like, no, I can't give up. I can't get up. I have to go on. I have to go on. Because you have responsibilities and you have to be an example in a good way. And we're human. Of course, we make mistakes. But the things I have in my hand, I have to make sure I have to do them good, to lead by example and to also give not only just your own child, but also your family something to be proud of. So yeah, that comes with a lot of responsibilities. You're learning things about yourself, things about children, things about family, things like it's a whole new life. But it also gives a lot of gas and energy and
I think it sharpens your why, right? Like the why before you go into the
my
ring.
why was always sharp, but it fuels the why. It's like my why is bolder now. It's like, yeah, there's no way backing down. The only way is up. That's the difference. The why was always sharp. Now it's bold. First it was in thin letters, why, and now it's bold. I know why, and there's no way you or someone else can stand in my way. I said it in my first Glory interview this year. I said, everybody can get it this year, man. No hard feelings, nothing personal, but
all the smoke.
yeah, all the smoke. Everyone can get it, even you, your colleagues.
I'm good, man.
Basically, everybody has zero fucks given, man. With all due respect, but I'm in my head. I'm on a crazy vibration, man.
It's cool, man. And I think it's also, but you're fueling it every day, right? Like you're working for it. You're putting in the hours, you're putting in the time. Like the mindset is here, the work is there. Like I feel like now you have that full circle that will bring you to that next level.
Yeah, the only thing that is difficult is being consistent and not lacking in performing. And it's easy when you have a very long time for preparation to think, I'll do it tomorrow, maybe next week. But it's here now and it's starting now. The win I can get in December is today and not just only in December.
Yeah,
and that's
like every inch will make the difference, right? Especially on such an event that's so loaded where you have like two killers facing each other.
yeah.
Like I think that's also the way people on such a level feel each other, because if you know he's training right now, there's no way you're not going to train tonight. Like you're on that level where you're like, I have to outwork him, I have to outsmart him. Like on every aspect, you're playing chess, but then like on the night itself, you have to like show it, right?
Yeah.
But also LeBron James, like and all these like big athletes, like the work is done like way before the evening.
Way before. If you look,
I also think like with your trainer, like that's also how he brings it. Like the way he can like really like make his fighters like wake up if it's in a fight or in a training. I've seen some clips. He goes crazy.
Yeah,
And I have respect for that. I love to see that.
Yeah. He's maybe one of the craziest motivators you can have as trainer. Like he can literally fuck you up and have you think you can walk through a wall or eat stones. It's crazy the way he motivates us and pushes us. He really brings us every time again and again to a next level, and it's not strange. I mean, he has been in this game for years. He has been everywhere. Had great athletes, and it's nice that till this day he's still an active coach and is still coaching the great fighters of now, and that shows the work he's doing is, he's one of the best.
What I love, because people, of course, when they see you, they're like, oh, Cookie just throws bombs, knocks people out. Yes, of course.
Yes.
If you analyze the fights, like you'll see certain things where you're like, oh, that was not true. Especially like last fight with Laiduni. Like I watched it back, and there are also some versions where you can hear like Mike talking in the corner, and he tells you like what exact technique you have to do to get him down. He's like, his hand is not here when you're fighting; it's a little bit further, so you have some space here. He tells you, look at that, but like he reads of course, like there's technique before.
Yeah.
Then what he does so well, and what me as like a fight fan / like I like to really like look at like what happened after the fight, because you cannot hear it in the moment. Like he gives you like those little insights, but they can make a big difference.
Very big difference.
And you act on it, and he goes flat.
But it's funny, you only see that moment, but it starts even like one minute before. There's a moment. Laiduni is known for his footwork and his movements.
Yeah.
And he's a southpaw as well. And he likes switching. Southpaw, orthodox, southpaw, orthodox. And there's a moment in the fight, he switches to orthodox. And this is when I give him an inside leg kick and I switch. So there's no way for him to come out of that corner. And there is where the mental game starts. Like, okay, I have you now because everybody knows you for your movement. There's no way you're going to move. And there starts what results in the first knockdown. So what you're saying, the gap he creates with his guard. And I catch him before and he's trying to move and I switch my leg again. Like, you're going nowhere, I have you again. And that's the right hook I give him where he goes down. So yes, I throw bombs. Yes, sometimes it looks like I'm only throwing bombs. But no, that's not the only, I can do kickboxing. It's not just only punching and throwing bombs. No, it's kickboxing. I can kickbox. I've shown that many times. And I still do kickboxing. So yeah, it's funny how people only see me throwing punches and
I mean,
bombs.
you can't blame them because it's spectacular. Like people will remember of course the last moment that they see. And when you do it, like you're going straight into someone. I don't want to know how many kilos that is of weight that's being like it's impressive.
Yeah.
But of course it's the work before that. It's the little damage that you do, getting in his head, switching stance, like what the fuck is going on right now? He doesn't know where to go anymore. And then you have him and then you're in his mind and then you can like finish the job.
It's funny, there's one fighter, I'm not gonna give his name, but he's the only one, or at least the one that told me how I fight. And I was like, bro, if someone ever tells me this, I know you're the one who says this, because I've never heard someone telling me this. Yeah, except my trainer, but the way he analyzed my fights, I was like, whoa, crazy. Crazy.
Yeah, there's some math behind that. Like everything is calculated, right?
Yes, everything has a reason. Everything is based on my fighting skills. And it may look sometimes like we're just doing something, but trust me, Mike has everything calculated. It's
It's all
crazy.
covered. But the results also show when we go to your record, like it's sick. We see a lot of green also in the last.
I have 12 fights in Glory. I lost 3 fights in Glory, and
and it's very big names. We have to mention that.
yeah, but it's a loss. No excuses. I have 9 wins, 8 knockouts, 1 on points.
Yeah.
So yeah, I do throw bombs, and Nico Horta was the only one with a tough head, stone head, and the rest they went down. So man line, woman line, numbers don't. I think that's
We're
crazy.
excited. We're excited for the future, man.
Me too. Really.
I'm very excited, and there's a lot coming in just the way you speak and what you say, like the frequency
Yeah.
that you're on right now. I think it's very promising. We can talk for hours because I'm very interested in always the mind and to just pick your mind to see where you're going, and of course, like everything that you've been through to get to this point.
Yeah.
But I think that's something that you also in the coming years, hopefully you will do more because people are interested, especially in English, like also to talk to that Nigerian fan base, but everyone around the world, like it's big. And you have a cool story to tell.
I agree, and people always mention this. You have to show more of yourself, do more interviews, do more content, do more videos, do more this. Yes, I know. But I like the work to do the talk and not talk, show, film this. Man, I come to fight, I come to throw bombs, that's it. But I'll do my best to show more of myself, to reach out, like you said, not only to the Nigerian fans, but just worldwide.
The world, man, it's big.
And you're right. People have to see more of me. And
Just think about it this way: like the way you're helping those young adults now in those foster homes.
yeah,
Like you can do that in different ways as well. Not in such a deep level where you're doing one-on-one. But if you have a documentary made of yourself where people see where you come from, you becoming the champion, you going to Nigeria, being there with the bro, that will like inspire people. Your story is up for grabs, like it's the perfect storyline, and you'll get there. It's just a matter of time now. So of course, me as a media company, the only thing I can tell you is capture it, like film it, like people want to see it.
Noted.
Yeah.
No, I agree. That is what it is. I have to just make sure I do the work as well. I'm a simple guy. I just want to fight.
I hear you, man. I hear you.
I don't want to think about, I need a cameraman, I need a photographer,
We can arrange that. You don't have to think too much with us.
We'll see what the future brings, man. Who knows?
Yeah,
but
sure.
I've seen you guys do already video work for opponents, possible opponents, potential opponents. So
we have to watch out.
Maybe we're gonna fight it out in the ring first, and then if you guys are tough enough, we'll see if it works.
Tariq, we always have a last question that we like to end the podcast off.
Yes.
Of course, we're on the Success Show, and that would be, what does success look like for you?
There's a quote a friend gave me, I think some months ago, and he was like, you have to spread your leg as long as your bed sheet is. Do you get the point?
Okay, yeah.
And when he told me that, I was like, what do you mean? And he said, you can spread your own bed. That means you can create the limits you need to do what you want in life. And I was like, damn, that's a crazy quote. Spread your leg as long as your bed sheet is. So if you get a bigger bed, you have a bigger bed sheet. And I think that's success. Create circumstances, create moments, create experiences the way you want to have them, how you want to have them, with people you want to have in it. That's when you're successful. And it's not about money. I mean, I could have said, yeah, if I have a big house and I'm driving a Lamborghini, I'm successful. possibly. But I think there are two things in life you always take with you, and those are the things you learn in education and the experiences you get of doing extraordinary things or things you wouldn't do on daily basis, and that's being successful. If you can combine that and keep on doing shit you like, that's when you're successful. You have peace, you have love, you have a nice home, a warm home, food on daily basis. You wake up and you're like, thankful, another day. Okay, today I am driving to Belgium and do hiking. Then you're successful. It's not about driving big cars, going on yachts, private jets. Of course, those are nice things too. But most of the nicer things are when it's small and cozy. Like, till this day, I still talk about those football days. And those were small and cozy things. And those were experiences. And today, I seek those experiences again. I want to get old and tell my children, there was a time I went there and I did this, but maybe you should try it out. That's nice. Make sure you can do that when you're my age. That's being successful. So for me, it's not about possessing things and doing things that cost a lot of money. It's about doing things that brings crazy experiences.
Yeah. I think one thing's for sure, you'll have enough stories to tell your kid in the future for the bedtime stories.
I hope so. I hope so. I'll do my best. But we can sit here for, if you want, we can sit here for a week. I don't mind. I can go on and tell you a lot. So much. It's crazy.
When you'll be champion, we'll sit here again. We'll put the belt here and we'll have a further conversation.
Deal.
Tariq, thanks so much for your time.
Thank you too.
It was an honor to have you.
Thanks for having me.